Minden apró rezgésed és minden ember, aki benned élt már akár csak egyszer, azt tudja és érzi, hogy különleges vagy. Lángra gyújtasz a dühön veled vagy. Minden utcád, minden tered, a Duna, a Rába, egy-egy szelet. Én örökre már elhittem neked, hogy nélküled semmi, csak minden veled.
Sziasztok, ez itt a PlayinGyo magazin. Ez alkalommal az Árkádban jelentkezünk a Dorko üzletéből, ugyanis ez a márka lett a legújabb ruházati partnerünk. Ismerkedjetek hát meg velük!
Vagy tesz belül, aki élni szeret, az benned elmerül. Itt a perc és az óra villámként repül, mégis végtelennek tűnik itt legbelül.
Szerettünk volna az elmúlt években már eltervezett kommunikációs stratégiánkat a klub merchandising termékeibe, textíliáiba is megjelenteni, és azt valahogy eljutatni a győri sportszerető közönséghez. És akkor itt jött a képben a Dorko, mint olyan, hiszen a PlayinGyo életérzés és amit ezzel mi próbálunk sugározni, az a fiatalság, az a lendület és az a sportosság, amit én szerintem önmagában ez a város is képvisel és támogat, azt megtaláltuk egy olyan sportszergyártó cégnél, aki nem utolsó sorban, kihangsúlyozom, magyar vállalat, tehát azért ez nagyon fontos számunkra, és a helyi értékeket szeretnénk megjelenteni a klubnál, és ehhez nekünk nagyon fontos volt egy olyan bázis és egy olyan támogató, akivel közösen tudunk gondolkodni.
Minden utcád, minden tered, a Duna, a Rába, egy-egy szelet. Én örökre már elhittem neked, hogy nélküled semmi, csak minden veled.
2019-ben indult a Team Sport, ami egyelőre főleg a kosárlabdára összpontosít, és hát itt volt az első, talán azt mondom, közös kapcsolódási pont, hiszen Győrbe szaküzlettel rendelkezik a Dorko, márkabolttal rendelkezik a Dorko, és egy fiatalos, azt lehet mondani, hogy jól szereplő magyar csapattal sikerült megállapodnunk, akikben nagyon-nagyon bízom, hogy a nemzetközi sikereket is el fognak tudni érni. Tehát azt mondom, hogy az egymásra találás az adott volt.
Minden város részed és peremvidéked, minden emlék, minden részlet, a városom te vagy, nincs más véglet, örökre szól hozzá.
Nagyon meg vagyunk elégedve a kapott termékekkel. Jó volt látni a lányok arcát, amikor megkaptuk mind az utcai ruházatot, mind a mérkőzés szerelést. Én nagyon bízom benne, hogy ez egy sikeres és hosszú távú együttműködés lesz a márkával. A meccsen nagyon jól szuperál és nagyon kényelmes. Finom anyaga van, szóval nagyon bevált.
Félsz még, de várunk majd hajnaltájt, csak is élmény.
Rendhagyó kettős interjú következik két új amerikai játékosunkkal.
We are sitting here in the Ziegler Sports Bar, one of our sponsors, and in head of me there are sitting two US players of our team, B and Bree. Welcome both of you. First question to B, because you arrived the last player of the team. What's your first impression? How do you feel yourself in the past 10 days about in Hungary?
I feel good. The environment is pretty good. Everyone is pretty nice that I met. It's pretty chilly, but I get accustomed to it eventually. You know, I met the team, I met the girls, the coaching staff, and I have a pretty good vibe about being here, so everything is pretty good.
Except the weather. I mean, because you came from Florida, you lived there, and you lived there for the past few months also. We will speak about it later. Can you enjoy this kind of weather? What we have?
I'm gonna try. Coming here, I didn't have like winter clothes, but I'm gonna order some and get ready for the winter and just buy some turtlenecks and stuff.
Okay, it's a really different situation for you, Bree, because you already spent the season before here in Győr. After that, you spent one season in Sweden, then two other seasons in Poland. Both of them countries are colder than Hungary. How can you feel yourself here? From first view, weather-like, other point, the life.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed it the first time I was here. Everyone is still really nice. I like the club, the organization. Of course, the girls, it's a really good atmosphere. The weather, I mean, I'm used to it. I mean, like you said, I've been playing overseas in colder countries, so this is kind of like a step back. It almost feels a little bit warmer.
How much do you remember about Győr? When we arrived, we came together when you arrived, and you remember a lot of things. Is it the same after more than a month?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much remember everything that, like the important things, like the gym, grocery stores, arcade, you know, so it's pretty much all the same. As far as me and I enjoyed the city, so I was able to remember a lot of things.
Okay, if you remember the city well, what can you suggest for B to visit first, if she can?
Well, I definitely would say Arcade. I mean, if you haven't gone already, the mall is really nice. They have a lot of, you know, really good stores that we like to shop at if you want to go for warmer clothes. Arcade's a good place. Budapest has some really nice places. That's the capital city. If you ever get a chance to go out there, really good shopping. Vienna also has a really nice shopping center. And also I recommend to go to the zoo. If you like the zoo, it's all over by Audi Arena. It's actually really nice.
Yeah, people used to say that for people from the US it's difficult the food in Hungary. Can you both of you, find whatever you need to have as a sportman, as a private man, for eat?
I mean, for me, yes, I can figure out how to cook my own food, and also I'm a really big fan of goulash soup. So whenever I don't want to cook, that's really my go-to.
Did you try goulash soup also?
No, I did not yet. I'm not really a picky eater, so like, you know, I could try different things here. Yeah, just try something new.
Okay, let's back to the basketball court. B, you spend your 3.5 months, I'm not really sure, in a bubble in the US, in the WNBA. Talk about it a little bit, because it's hard to imagine how the life was there. For example, what was an average day for you?
Honestly, an average day would be like waking up, breakfast, practice, and then, you know, go back into your room. Or you can hang out with some of the girls, you know. Everybody is together, so you meet new people, you make new friends.
All the teams are together in the same hotel?
Yes. You know, some go to the pool. Yeah, and pretty much do the same thing every day. And then when the game started, like, we'll play every other day, like our team did. Like, we didn't really have a bye that much, so we'll just play every other day. So shoot around in the morning, and then game at night, and then pretty much do the same thing all over again.
I'm interested in, maybe it's not so important, but I'm interested in, did you have a roommate, or every player had a single room?
Okay, so it was, in the bubble, it was like 3 different places you could stay. The hotel, they had like a house, I guess, like a house, and then like apartment style, like condo. And then, so it depends. Like I chose the hotel and I was by myself. Most of the girls on my team was in the hotel, but if you had like a child or something like that, you'll get like a condo, and you know, you and the caregiver or your husband or somebody would be there. And then if you chose the apartment, you'll have like roommates. I mean, if you chose the house, you'll have roommates, or the apartment, you'll have roommates, depending on how many people.
You had a successful season, we can say, that's no question. In the WNBA, you personally and your team Connecticut Sun also, because it was a little step to go to the WNBA final. I mean, how did you enjoy? Because it was your first season. You were rookie in the US, and you are rookie now in Hungary also. How did you enjoy to play with the best players on the world?
Honestly, it was fun. It was an exciting experience. Just being there helped me to understand like my game, what I need to work on and what I need to do to be successful. Yeah, and then like my teammates was pretty much great. Like they helped me through everything, through practice, through games, just be in the bubble regardless.
An interesting question from my point of view, that basketball is a team sport. How did it work? It was better to live together with the team, or it was more difficult to live non-stop with all the teammates? Of course, it was your first season, but how you see?
Honestly, I feel like it was good. I feel like I was in college. You know, in college, everybody like pretty much live by each other and you get to see everybody. It was basically the same thing. We all live across like from each other. If you need them, they're there. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't want to see nobody, you could just go to your room.
I heard a lot of podcasts from the US, and for example, one of them included one trainer. It was maybe the Lakers trainer, who told that it was really interesting to meet the opponent side's trainer in the breakfast room and talk. Hi, how are you? How did you enjoy your breakfast, etc., etc. I'm sure it's a really difficult situation. Bree, how did you see from outside? Because this season you didn't take part in the WNBA, but you did for years before. Did you see some differences on the game? I mean, on the court, in this bubble WNBA and the other kind of, the normal kind of?
I definitely would say, like, towards the end of the season, I started to notice, like, a little bit more fatigue in the players, but I feel like that happens with anywhere just because everyone was playing so much. But it also allowed me to watch a lot of games, and there was a lot of teams that I thought developed a lot because they were playing so much, which is a little bit different from when I played because I was able to go around, I was able to explore, I was able to get around the city. So really for them to adjust to being in the bubble, you know, says a lot about them to be able to finish the season as strong as they did, especially for Connecticut Sun, for her being a rookie and be able to go to the finals. I mean, that's huge. That's something that I haven't been able to do. So being able to see that and then have her come here and express her experiences there. I mean, it was cool. It was interesting to know such a big difference between when I was there 4 years ago to where she was now.
A personal question from my point of view, of course. If I ask you who is the best player on the world, the women's side, I mean, what you say?
My opinion would be Breanna Stewart. She's a pretty good player, an all-around player. So that's mine.
Yeah, Bree also.
Oh, I mean, for sure. I know Bree Stewart personally. I played her in a championship in high school, actually. Now, we wound up losing. But she's always been really good. She's always worked extremely hard. And also, I played against her when she went to UConn, so I went to Pitt because we played in the Big East. But again, she's always been a phenomenal player, always been able to handle the ball, be a .5. You know, but I'm a little biased because I'm a point guard. So on the point guard, I think, you know, Sue Bird is definitely up there as far as one of my favorite players to actually watch and understand and learn her game.
Sue Bird just celebrated her birthday, 40s. 40. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, last question about the bubble, about the WNBA. When it all started, honestly, I cannot imagine it will finish, and it did. Did you have any fears that it will be closed, break, or whatever, or you hope that it will work, it can go to the final, to the end? How did you see it?
I honestly thought it would go to the end because every day we was taking the COVID test, just making sure everybody is good, being safe in the bubble. So I was real hopeful that it would go to the end.
Yeah, I agree. I knew that between the WNBA and NBA, they were going to take the proper protocols to make sure the season could finish. And of course, both seasons did finish.
Okay, let's turn back to our team. You had some days, some trainings together. How you see, can you help each other? Bree, of course you can, because you have some more experience about the Hungarian basketball. How you feel each other? You started to feel that small things which is necessary on the ground?
Yeah, I mean, I already told her that, you know, I like her game. She runs the floor well, rebounds well. I mean, she's a pick and popper. She also can roll to the basket. And she's also 6'4", so you can't really teach height. And I think that's going to help us out a lot. I mean, just hands down, she's going to be a great asset to the team this year.
Okay, B?
Honestly, I'm just coming in here playing my game, seeing whatever I could do to help the team. I guess whatever I learned in the WNBA, I could translate it to here in order to help the team. So I'm excited about that.
Thanks, girls. That was more than enough for the first time. I hope both of you can work together and for the team well on the court. See you next time.
Thank you. See you.
Ennyi volt már a PlayinGyo magazin. Reméljük, hogy legközelebb egy mérkőzésről is tudósíthatunk nektek. Sziasztok!
A város visszavár!